Yeah, no, it's been a great ride here for as we've progressed in the 7.5 years or so we've been on this. The people have been using this frequency, and I started a net here. You may have heard the story, but I started it to get just to meet other people in Mount Juliet. I put up a simplex net and announced it, and we had half a dozen or so for a long time, and then we had a dozen for a long time, and now we're up into the usually bad, somewhere in the 30s every night time we have a net. So it's been great. I've met a lot of people I didn't expect to meet, like you.
Oh yeah, well, myself and a few others here locally have been trying to get some activity on five too, but I'd heard about you guys having a net here for a while. I just didn't have anything I could get on and listen with. So now I do. I've got a dual band antenna that I'll be putting up here for long that'll be dedicated to this rig. So half of it I'll leave on this frequency, the other half is just kind of floating around.
Well, let me just run this by you before I get you off the air here. Make sure, and if you're not already on that mailing list, excuse me, reminders go out about the nets. And one of the nets that already, there's been some limited participation, but there's a net that meets in the Murfreesboro area on Simplex on, I'll tell you that 1 second. It's 147 420, and that's at right if I can read 8 o'clock on Thursday nights.
Oh, okay. I've got that programmed in. Yeah, we used to use that around this area quite a bit. Stone River Club used 147.42 as a simplex frequency when we were doing the Christmas parades and air shows. But I wasn't aware of the net.
Yeah, well, I say right now it seems a little. I don't know if it's well organized or not well organized. I have not been able to check into that due to a conflict. But the guy who has been managing that is Kilo November 4 Hotel Delta Delta KN4 HDD. I don't know if you know Mark.
No, it doesn't sound familiar, but I'll be sure to check it out.
All right, very good, Joe. Jim, appreciate you being in there. That was Whiskey Bravo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Mike. He is also in the Murfreesboro area. First time check. Who else is short on time?
KN4 IEA.
Kilo November 4 India Echo Alpha, correct?
That's right. There's Ricky up in Portland.
Oh, Ricky, how are you doing?
Oh, doing really good. I just thought I'd holler at you. I'm going to try to hang out with you a few minutes, but I got to get up kind of early in the morning and don't know how long I'll be able to hang out, so that's why I'm doing short time.
Oh, I agree. I understand. It's, again, like I've told everybody, we have 2 opportunities a week to miss the net, and if even just checking in is good. It doesn't, even if you can't check in, it's good. I mean, it's all good. You know the deal.
Well, that's right. That's what I try to tell everybody. A net ain't a net without check-in. So, I just wanted to get you on and check in with you.
All right. I hope everything's going well with you.
Oh, yeah. I can't complain. Everything's going real good. I've put some weight in the back of my truck in case I got to hit any ice or snow in the morning. Got that done. So I'm ready. KN4 IEA.
Yeah, I was reminded by a person who also grew up in the northern climate. I'd forgotten about it, but you can carry a bag of kitty litter. That's a good way to get traction if you're having problems. If you get stuck somewhere.
Yeah, I heard that. I went ahead and got me a little backpack put together. In case you get stranded, I got me a little blanket and little snacks and some drinks and different things. So, I don't think I have any cat litter, but that might be a good idea.
Yeah, it's not too shabby, really. It's a nice. You can, I had that problem. Well, it's a longer story than that, but it gives you the traction if you're having to get a car moved off the highway, or it gets in a position where you just can't move because you stopped and that kind of stuff. Anyway, Ricky, it was good to have you in there. Of course, Ricky has a net on Thursday nights, and that. Hold on, I know exactly what it is. At least I did. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, there it is. I knew I'd find it. He's on 147.555 at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday. PMs, like in PMS. It's at 147.555, 7:30 p.m. Thursday nights, and Ricky's out of Portland. That's Kilo November 4 India Echo Alpha. Good to have you in there, Ricky. Who else short on time?
Hello, Mike. November Yankee, Bill.
Hey, Bill, you're all ready to get your snow shovel all waxed up?
I don't care if it snows 2 foot. I can make it.
Oh, I don't either. I'm not. I'm not worried about it. It's not like I have to trudge 5 miles to work or something, you know.
Don't work anymore, and I'm from the north.
I got you. No, it doesn't trouble me. Normally, when it's snowing, normally the temperature doesn't get down into the really terrible, the zeros, or below. It's just that it's a pain having to clear off the car and that kind of stuff.
I just stay home. It'll melt eventually.
Absolutely. But everything going good for you?
I can't really complain. We're doing the best we can.
Well, that's all we can ask for, isn't it? Very good. Hope the new year treats you well. That was Kilo Mike 4, November Yankee. Bill in Murfreesboro. Who else? He's by the way, he's the only guy I know. Well, not maybe the only. Maybe there's another one or two. It's the only one that I know in detail about his solar powered station, which is neat. Who else is short on time? All righty then. I forgot to say that this is net number. What did I say it was? 759, and we're starting from the east. So we're going to start taking check-ins from the east. Please come now. Don't everybody check in at all at one time.
K3 NPR is here. I just forgot about it.
There was two people in there. K3 MPR. How you doing, Mike?
Doing good. I hear we're going to get a little bit more snow.
Oh, good and bad. It makes for problems at the airport and other municipal traveling operations.
It was always fun at the airport. We used to have snow up north.
I know a friend of mine. He was in one of those little, what do you call it? The little jets. The little bombardiers. And he was flying into an unattended airport up in Shenandoah Valley, and it got to the end of the runway, ran off the runway. Everybody had to get off the plane, on the side of the runway.
Yeah, when I used to work up in Traverse City, a lot of times it would snow real bad. I mean, it was 6, 7 inches a foot at a time, and a lot of times we wouldn't have any traffic. So I'd go over and get the snow blower out of the airport maintenance building and start blowing the snow around the taxiway lights and stuff like that for the guys. A lot of times there was only one guy plowing snow, and he could do it all.
Oh wow, yeah, I can't imagine how much trouble that would be in a northern small airport managing the runways and the lights. But anyway, anything else for the net, Mike?
Just looking forward to breakfast Saturday and seeing everybody.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the breakfast. I'm glad you said that. We got the breakfast at Courtney's in Mount Juliet, and to be there at 8 or whatever time you feel like showing up before or after 8 o'clock. We don't have a formal meeting. It's just a nice eyeball QSO, as they say, or QSOs, and it's a good place to have. You can have to buy coffee, and you can bring your own. You can buy it, or you can buy breakfast or not buy it. You can come and sit and talk or not talk. Well, we prefer you talk. Anyway, I'm glad you reminded me, Mike. That was Kilo 3, Mike, Papa Romeo, Mike here in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? All right, we developed a new east there, did we, Charles?
I'm everywhere.
Yeah. All right. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I just got a new job and I'm ready for the snow tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll see. I hope it's not too bad. Best thing to do if you're not prepared is to just stay home.
Yeah, can you hear me okay tonight?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
All right, that's good. Yeah, I haven't met with him up there, but I got more work to do over here, but get some better call.
Well, you sounded okay at the moment, so I don't worry about it too much. Very good. That was Charles in the Ashland City, Jolton area. Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot. Who else is east? Well, I heard a perfect double, but Earl came out on top. What's up, Earl?
Just staying warm and staying dry. Went to the store a little bit. Shelves are getting kind of slim pickings.
Oh, I bet you people went over to the stores today and bought out all the milk and bread and crackers and tuna.
Yeah, plenty of chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate and cigarettes.
Yeah, anyway, everyone be careful out there. You never know what's Mother Nature may bring. Just hang on tight, enjoy the ride. JE4DZ back to that.
Yeah, bad advice if you're in a car hanging on tight and enjoying the ride, because that could be a bad omen there. That's Earl. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu in Noreen over there by the Cedars 11 Park. Who else is east?
Just WA4 is that HI 3 and 2 or steer out of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very good, Earl. James just checked in here. So how you doing, James?
Doing all right. On my HT, my other one didn't seem to work.
Oh wow. Well, you're even still you're over 30 over to me.
I'm receiving on my other one, but it's not transmitting.
Which radio is that?
The Kenwood.
Well, I don't know. Did you try? I'm sure you tried resetting it.
Yeah, I've been pushing the buttons, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, Mayor can't help you with that one, but no, you're coming in fine to me at least on the handheld.
Well, yeah, you're only about on a half away.
Yeah, I know that's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, well, again, you're only I don't know 2.5 miles away or so. Even though there's a fairly good hill between us, fairly good. Anyway, that was James. Anything else going over there? Yeah, well, we don't have to worry about mowing the lawn on weeks like this. I mean, between the rain and the snow, and then we had ice a couple of days ago, which was a pain. But we'll get over it.
Yeah, I had to wipe snow off my car yesterday.
Yeah, I know the drill. I scrape ice off of the windshield because it melted and then refroze. So it's pain.
Yeah, mine was in the shade, so it wouldn't melt. So I took my finger and ran through it, made a little path, and it melted down the next day.
Oh, is that right? That's funny. Yeah, some of the best things you can do is jump into the car, start it up, and let it run for 45 minutes, and most of it will melt off.
Yeah.
All right, very good, James. Anything else for the net?
Can't think of anything.
All right, very good. Hope your family's doing well. That was James, Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India. Who else is east? East or north? East or north? Please come in. Well, you're down in the mud today. What are you doing over there, Frank?
I don't know. Maybe that was a little better.
Yeah, it is. You did your full recovery already from the COVID flu?
No. I mean, I still have the darn cough and can't smell, but I can taste at least. At least I didn't lose that.
Well, having no smell could be a good thing, depending upon where you are.
Yeah, it comes in handy if you're like cleaning the cat box or something like that. But when you want to smell something, like what you're eating, because maybe you like cherry pie or something, you can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that at all. I'd much rather have that. Even though that having a sense of smell can be annoying, like you said, in times like that, or if you're working a sewer treatment plant.
Yeah, I mean, not that anyone's mixing up, Clorox bleach and ammonia here, but you could do it, and I just pass out, no one even smell it.
Yeah, I'm with you. But everything else going? I mean, so you've been home this whole time?
Yeah, I've been home. I was on vacation last week, but I didn't get to really enjoy it because all I was doing is just sitting here being away from everybody.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's not. I don't know. It's been such a mess for everybody.
Well, yeah, but like I said last time, I can't complain. I mean, I didn't get really sick, so there's people that died from it. So what I got is a joke compared to that.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I get it. But there are lots of people who have really struggled with it for a long time in a serious way, and they didn't pass away. So they're fortunate. But I'm saying you're right. I don't know how many the totals is now. 700,000 are dead in the United States. They said. I'm not sure I trust that number, but a number of people have died.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't care how you round that number, even if you cut it in half, it's too many people. One of my buddies, he made it. He's in the hospital for a while. Yeah, he had some, health issues, obviously underlying things, but he pulled through. So yeah, I could have been like him. You know, I got lucky, so I didn't have to go. I didn't have to go see the doctor, so I'm good.
Yeah, that's great. That's why I was confused about the whole process of, insisting on testing. I'm pretty sure I know if I got the flu.
Yeah, you know, I went in there and and it tells me positive. I'm like, well, I could have told you that. I can't smell. You know, I got all the symptoms.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't get it. You know what's funny is my brother had some early symptoms. He's 53 or 4, and he had some symptoms. The classic. Started lost his sense of smell. He felt, he had awkward and muscle aches and pains and stuff. So he got tested. Negative.
Yeah, I don't trust those tests. I'll be honest with you, because like I said, my buddy's wife is the one who we think is, the one that gave it to us because she does a lot of, she cleans homes and stuff for a living, and she tested positive. Her son was sicker than all of us, and he tested negative, but he has all the symptoms that, we have, but worse, and we tested positive, so I don't know.
Yeah, medical science is so exact, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why science, I love when they say it's settled. I go, oh, God, then it's that science.
That's right. All right, very good, Frank. That was Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo, still recovering from a nice bout, an easy bout of COVID. So I'm glad it worked out better for him. Who else is north? So you've successfully avoided the COVID the whole time, you and your wife, I think.
Oh, yeah, we have so far. First, we didn't do anything for about a year, and I was getting nervous when Frank was coughing down there.
So, yeah, it is awful, really, that people have isolated themselves in so many ways. But you have had some, I think you said you had a grandkid or two over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've done better. Last 6 months, I guess. So I guess we're just lucky. I don't know. They say my mask doesn't do any good now that I've been wearing it for 2 years.
Yeah, no, I know. The science is wonderful. I was going to tell you something about that. It's really, oh yeah, about me. I'm in a different boat. I can limit myself to what I do, where I go, etc., because I'm retired like yourself. But my wife goes to work every day. She goes to work with a whole bunch of people in a building where there's a lot of public coming and going, not in her area, but in the building, and because it's a main post office. And the people in the plant, there's 3 shifts there of I don't know how many workers. I'm going to say a couple hundred total for the whole day. So it seems to me my risk is pretty high because what she could bring home.
Oh, yeah. Not to mention all the stuff that gets put in the mailbox she handles.
She talks about that periodically. How would I know what's in those envelopes?
How does she know what's on the outside of them?
Well, as far as viruses, etc., I couldn't say. I don't know how they'd figure that out. But they do, from what I'm told, not only do they take a picture of every piece of mail that comes through the place, it has some kind of a spectrographic sniffer of some kind that everything goes through.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good idea. Yeah, I didn't know that. They probably had some kind of UV light or something to kill germs on it, too.
I don't know. I don't know what they have or don't have. It's probably confidential, but they just have some means, and I don't know what those are, to detect issues on incoming mail that come into the plant. And I guess they do it at every plant, and that's why they got to raise postal rates, I guess. Anyway, that was Mark. Doing fine. Whiskey Bravo Zero, November Oscar. I hope you'll come up to breakfast on Saturday.
I plan on it.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, we can't let the boogeyman scare us off. Anyway, it's Whiskey Bravo Zero, November Oscar here in Northwest Wilson County. Who else is north?
Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra Paul North Mount Juliet.
You could lower your power down to like 0.1 if you wanted to.
I'll put a big pad on there for you.
Yeah, you doing all right?
Yeah, can't complain. Enjoyed the nice sunny day today, and we'll see what the next few days bring.
Well, I just hope it's short-lived. I mean, we don't need a mess on the roadways. I'm pretty sure they closed the schools for tomorrow, didn't they?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I just want the kids back in school. driving us nuts already.
Oh, they haven't started school?
They went in for what, a day? They were on break.
Oh, you mean, yeah, after the holiday break. I got you.
Yeah, just when we thought we got rid of them.
Yeah, well, and unfortunately, though, that brings all the roadways to a mess when the school starts.
That is true. I'll probably take a later drive in tomorrow, enjoying the fact it won't be stuck in every school zone. But I will see. I'm sure it'll be all fine.
Yeah, my wife took Central Pike going west to go to someplace over in Hermitage, or I don't know where she was going exactly. But she came back. She was so upset because she says, they put a school over there on Central Pike, and she caught it at rush hour, and she was stuck for like sitting there for 20 minutes.
I have a conspiracy that someone looks for the most busy intersections, and that's where they plan to put the schools.
Yeah, one of the guys who lived here his whole life, he told me when they were putting in Mount Juliet High School, up there by Lebanon Road, one in the northeast, that school, right?
Oh yeah.
There was people upset that they didn't put it on Mount Juliet Road like the other middle schools and elementary schools are.
Oh, that would have been it. Yeah. I mean, we all know what that would have done. I mean, I know the school's got to go somewhere. I got kids and they need to go in there, but it's like, my gosh, if you could find some back roads or something, that'd be nice.
Yeah, get off the main highways. No, it's really true. You don't want them on the main highway.
Yeah. But no, all good. Thanks for doing the net, and we'll hopefully see you this weekend here.
Oh, that'd be great. Nice to see you again. Anyway, that's Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra. That's Paul, and he is in Mount Juliet. Who else is north?
N8NHT.
N8NHT. How you doing tonight?
Not too bad. I was just we're waiting for the net. I'm one of the survivors out here.
Survivors in which way do you mean?
Oh, just getting ready for the cold snap.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I heard your son, I think, was in the background saying he's joking.
Yeah, he decided to put his 2 cents in there.
Oh, that's all right. He's welcome to it. It's great to hear him out there. Everything going elsewhere, though, Hayes?
Yeah, the kids. I was just thinking the kids have school off the next couple of days. He's right. We just found out about that today. So I got him the next couple of days, and that means I'm not working.
Oh, yeah, that's it messes everything up, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I enjoy the time. I could use the work, but I always enjoy the time with my kids.
Oh, yeah, no, it messes you up if you can't go to work.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. So you take the good with the bad, but my job is flexible like that.
Oh, yeah, no, I get it. Everything else going okay?
Yeah, pretty good. Just getting then just getting back in the swing things, getting ready to take the general exam in a week. So as far as amateur radio, getting ready to do that. I got the kids. We're getting some archery stuff set up, so we're probably going to do that. And other than that, just living the life, I guess.
Oh, yeah, archery was one of my favorite. Well, it wasn't a major hobby for me, but it was a neat hobby I had when I was a teen.
Yeah, I did it when I was in Scouts, and then I did it in college a little bit, and then my uncle died about a year ago, and he was a collector, or pretty much I'd say a hoarder, but he had like a whole large number, probably 300 bows. So we inherited some of them, and the recurve bows are just kind of sitting there. So figure we might as well get the things working.
So he was what you would call a rustic prepper.
Yeah, you could say I guess you could use the word prepper too, but there wasn't much of a limit to what he collected, and he could fix anything. But when eventually when the newspaper wasn't working anymore, he never got on with the technology. So he used to fix stuff and sell it. Then he wasn't selling them anymore, but still collecting to infinitum.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff to go through if it was half a lifetime of that stuff. Well, that's neat though. 400 bows, man. That's a lot to sell.
Yeah, it was something like that. My brother bought the house. This is in Ohio. My brother bought the house, and that means that he got everything, and it became his because his wife
let you once. So we got each of the kids, my couple kids, we got BB guns and bows, and we kind of left it at that.
That's awesome. Everything well. You got something going on for tomorrow and the next day for sure. You'll be able to make the breakfast on Saturday.
I'm going to try to. If I go, it'll be with. I'll have both of my kids on Saturday. Their mom's in Florida.
Oh yeah, no big deal. You know the deal. We don't have any rules about that either.
Right on, but yeah, I'm going to get back to the kids. I'll let you. We'll chat again soon. I'm still waiting to get on HF. You know, one of these days it's going to happen. I miss it, but I'll let you turn it back over to that. This is November 8th, November Hotel Tango. It was nice talking to you. And if not Saturday, we'll catch up real soon.
All right, very good. And I hope you do well on that test. And of course, just study 45 minutes to an hour every day between now and then. And I'm sure you'll do fine. That was Hayes, November 8th, November Hotel Tango, and he's in Hendersonville. Who else is north or west?
TAW, David is Madison.
Hey, David, you've been out of the pocket for a while. I haven't heard from you in a little bit.
Yeah, traveling some around the holidays, so I've just kind of been out of the routine a little bit.
Yeah, that's all right. Everything going okay though?
Yeah, going pretty good. Other than just the usual crazy deadlines at work. So yeah, going good.
Yeah, they never end. I know. I predominantly, well, most of my time was spent in sales. So my deadlines were called by the end of the month. You better have something sold.
Yeah, it's called quotas.
Yeah, that's right. And truthfully, most organizations understand, you know, that there's going to be times when those things don't all happen when you want them to. But it was still, it's like I would tell people, I said, not everybody can. I say the pressure. It's the pressure is self-induced because man, you don't want to have to go to the boss and say, I got nothing.
Yeah, that's not what you want to hear in the sales arena.
No, but it's a real joy when things go well.
Yeah, just not sure when that's going to happen. But anyway.
No, I know that. It's life is hard. It can be very hard. It can be very tedious. It can be boring. It can be a pain in the butt. But it ultimately, you have to have fun with it.
Yeah, that's just it. So a lot of times it's hard to even do that, but just gotta keep my sarcasm going at work, and that gets me through the day.
I got you. Well, very good, David. Anything else for the net?
No, not a thing. I'm planning on being there this weekend. I did have some training planned, and they canceled it, so I'll be there.
Well, very good. Hope to see you there. I hope the roads are clear by then. I'm pretty sure they will be, but you never know. I know that we've had occasions where Mount Juliet, they weren't able to clear the roads for 3 or 4 days after that ice storm. I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. But I hope that's not going to happen. Anyway, that was David in Madison, November 5, Tango Alpha Whiskey. Anybody else north or west?
KG4 LV, Jack and Donaldson.
Hey, Jack. It's not snowing over there yet, is it? It usually comes from the west.
No, but I wanted to tell Joe in Murfreesboro on his discount. I had him at an S5 in Donaldson.
That's awesome. He's got to have a great location for hitting, because Michael, I would wish Michael was home tonight because I'd want to hear if he could have heard him because he has trouble with Murfreesboro.
Yeah, I can only hear about half the people in Murfreesboro and about half the people in Smyrna.
Anyway, his discount, I'm going to go buy one. I got to get that model number of that discount.
Well, he sounded really good, so I know the conditions are good tonight. But anyway, thanks for doing the net, Paul. I don't have anything to add. Just a good day. I got a couple of books for Christmas, so I started reading on those. And just hope everybody stays safe in the snow.
Yeah, I bought myself a couple of books for Christmas. Both of them were by Mark Levin.
That's what I got, American Marxism.
Oh, I've got that one too, but that's not one I bought. I bought that a little while ago.
Yeah, that was a gift from my brother.
Yeah, no, he's a fun guy to listen to because, man, in spite of the fact that he's an attorney, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he really is. I enjoy listening to him.
Yeah, very good. That was Jack in Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, Greg and Anya.
Hey, Greg. If you don't mind, see, I know I have your email address. if you would email me your phone number, I just wanted to get together some people and so I could do a regular quick announcement about getting up on the DMR.
Will do.
Yeah, and I just want to get that rolling. It's kind of important. I can't spend $400 and let the radio sit idle.
Yeah, no, but last night the net that you were assisting in, where was that located? Where was that originating from?
That is the Rutherford County Aries net, and they do it every month, the first Tuesday of every month at 7:30, and it's been going pretty well. I mean, they're averaging anywhere from 13 to 20 check-ins, and it is for the Aries, for the county EOC.
Very good. Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's a well-managed net, and they've been really routine about it, and I'm glad it. In some ways, I think I might be corrected on this. I think that they got I'll just say the impetus from us having a successful net.
I don't doubt that at all. It's got to spread.
Well, it has to some degree, yes. In fact, I'd like to take credit for the winter heat, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I've still got to check that out now. I need to sign up for that.
Yeah, very good. Well, I'll look forward to seeing you there. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to put out an announcement about getting together at a separate time, like on Zoom, or like I told you, on Zoom or something, so we can kind of hash out some problems with the software and the hardware, make sure we're all playing with the same deck of cards.
Very good. Yeah, I'm always listening. I don't hear anything going on though.
No, I'm the same way. And the only one I've talked to so far, I think, was Mark. I don't think I talked to you, did I?
We talked one night, 70 centimeter for sure, but had trouble on 2 meters, I think. So I don't know, or vice versa.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Yeah, I think that's right. I forgot about that. Very good. That was Greg in Antioch. Got anything else for us?
No, just charging everything up and batting down the hatches.
Yeah. Having grown up in a winter climate, it doesn't even faze me in the slightest, quite honestly. I've, as they say, I've trudged to school both ways uphill, in the snow.
Yeah, I grew up in Louisville, and our big year was we had 21 inches one year, but that was really unusual.
Yeah, but see, that had to shut down Louisville for 3 or 4 days.
Oh, it was like 3 weeks. And the funny thing is, the 2 or 3 weeks prior to that, the teachers were on strike. So I was out like a month and a half, pushing 2 months senior year.
Oh my gosh. No, it's funny because the southern cities obviously have, and I don't expect them to be prepared. I really don't. But I can't imagine in fact, when I was in Tampa, depending upon where you were in Tampa in 77, or I forget what year it was, it shut the city down. We had 4 to 6 inches of snow in Tampa. Man, it was just, they had to shut down the interstate. Most businesses were closed. It was a mess.
Oh, that's crazy. What year was that?
77 or 78, somewhere in that range. I knew where I was working, so somewhere around that. I just couldn't tell you exactly when it was. I was one of the first people to see it. I was driving to work. I had got called in the middle of the night at the hospital I worked at, and I'm driving south on Interstate 275 from where I lived. I went, "What is that? What?" I'm looking at the windshield, and there's flurries coming at my car. I thought it was from a manufacturing plant or something, makes pillows or something. I said, "What the heck is that?" And I realized it was snow. I said, "You got to be kidding."
That's amazing. Was it expected?
I don't know if it was or was. I don't recall. My memory doesn't go back into the 70s for that very well. But I got there and I saw the flurries. They were coming down. And by the time I got back to home okay, and I came home and told my wife at the time, told her, she couldn't believe it. Going out and see the snow coming down. And then by the morning, there was several inches of snow on the ground. And that was the city really was shut down. It was unbelievable.
Well, hopefully it'll be a beautiful one like we had the other day. That was a pretty one.
Yeah, let's hope it was, and let's hope it's light snow, not that heavy stuff.
Well, very good. I won't keep it anymore. I'll see you all on the next net, KD4CV.
Very good. That was Greg, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, and he is in Antioch. Who else is west? Anybody west or south?
Bravo 5, Echo Charlie Victor.
All right, I got you in there, Larry. How you doing?
Another sunny day in paradise. Trying to figure out how this weather's going to work out for my employees on day shift. I got to come in the afternoon, so see if I get to sleep in, hopefully, unless the phone starts ringing and nobody showed up. Beyond that, I just think it's kind of interesting. Already closing schools, but when I was up in Montana, except for the early part of summer when you got the wet snow, and the winter usually you had to be
interesting.
I think that the lawyers got hold of the school boards in some cities because I was just talking to my brother earlier today, and they were also expecting a heavy snowfall tomorrow. They already closed the schools. And there's only one time, the entire time I was going to school that I recall, it may have been more, but there was only one time that I remember them closing the schools. It ended up being for a week, is because we had like, I don't want to exaggerate, but I want to say it was like 30 inches of snow one night. And it shut things down. And they said, well, if we're going to be off for 2 days while they clear the roads, we'll just take the whole week off.
Yeah, even the school I went to in Arkansas was the only one that was ever open in the snow, and all the surrounding ones would close. Of course, they had to go in the summer, an extra couple of weeks, and we did, but we still had to go. But I was like, damn, why couldn't it be like one of these other schools? I get another week or two off.
Well, I'll go back to that snow story. When I was a kid, in grade school, everybody walked to school. We didn't have any buses. And unless your parents took you, but that was unheard of. I didn't know anybody who took their kids to grade school. It was only, to me, it was 4 or 5 blocks. And what I was going to say is that when it snowed heavy, that was great fun because, man, on the way to school, we'd have snowball fights and we'd create all kinds of problems, But we walked through this. It was not a big a deal. But we also walked home for lunch, and then we went back to school after lunch. So we ended up making 2 trips to school every day.
I got another guy who works for me up there, and he was in Montana for a little while too. He already called me and said, "Hey, if nobody shows up, give me a call. I'll come in."
Yeah, it's kind of fun, going through snow issues or weather issues. At least if it's snowing, at least it's not a tornado.
Yeah, yeah, I know, and I'll make it no problem. It's always worrying about the other guy and making sure they that's always the issue. Beyond that, that's about all I got going. The guy over there in Blackman, he's full scale at 30 watts, blowing my doors off. I was like, holy cow, he's doing a good job. And he mentioned a town called Black Rock. I used to live near a town called Black Rock, and try living near a town in Mexico called Piedras Negras.
Oh boy. Almost sounds bad, doesn't it?
Well, it was. They shoot it up every night. Just take cover and make sure nothing that goes up comes down and hits you.
Yes, I should start wearing a double helmet.
Yeah. They can't hit anything anyway, but that stayed over there. Don't have to worry about it. Just listen to just watch the light show.
And the name of the town was what?
Piedras Negras.
The first one, I missed the first word. I'm not sure what that was.
Piedras.
Yeah, I don't remember what that Spanish word is.
Pebble.
Okay, gotcha. That's why it was Black Rock. I got you. Wasn't making a connection. I'm sorry. It was Black Pebbles. Yeah, very good. It was Larry, Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor, and he is in the, what do you call it? Think of the name of the Walter Hill area. There you go. Walter Hill area, Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor. Who else is south or anywhere?
KF4, KFQ.
Nothing keeping you off the roadways except snow will cover up all your garbage, will it, Tony?
Oh, no. Well, we're clean now because today was a garbage run day.
You didn't answer my mail, I don't think you did anyway. Is there some reason you can't pile it up and let the city pick it up?
Well, I hate going dipping in that bucket too often because I have this city, I have to go through the city manager because the public works won't do it. And I hate to dip in that bucket too often because we get them to pick up stuff that we normal citizens can't take to the dump, or at least we can't take to the dump for free. All these chemical buckets and some of this other stuff. So no, I can't set it over on the side of the road and the city won't just pick it up.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, that's too bad. It's unfortunate. It really is. I just find the whole thing disgusting.
Yeah, well, our road is nice and clean now.
No, it's all good. I mean, you're doing a great public service with, I hope, some help.
Yeah, and all without a DUI conviction.
And no fights broke out.
And no fights broke out. And don't have to be strip searched for any metal objects after I'm done.
Oh boy. Well, you wouldn't get through that metal strip search anyway.
That's true, yeah.
Very good. Anything else for the net, Tony?
No, I think today's been a long day, so yeah, I think I'm done. Calf 4, calf 2.
I haven't been on the radio, I don't think, at all today. I mentioned a little bit. Was Ken doing all right? Because I know he was sick for a little bit.
I've not heard from him in a couple of days.
We'll have to roust him out. Well, very good. That was Tony in Smyrna. Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec. Who else is south?
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
Hey, very good. You all ready with your waxed up snow shovel?
Oh yeah, man. We're gonna stay indoors.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Well, if the weather ain't too bad, I'll try to make it up there Saturday.
Oh, that'd be great. I'm hoping it won't be bad enough that they can't clear the roads by Saturday morning.
Yeah, me too. We'll catch you later, Paul. KU4, that's what I mean.
Very good. That's Larry in Rockville. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else is south or anywhere?
KO4 TGX, John, I'm not Juliet.
Hey, John, you doing okay?
Doing well, just getting ready for the snow. It's a snowstorm.
I hope it's not as bad as they say it is. I really do, because the last thing any area needs, like here, where there's little snow removal, is accidents, because it always happens at accidents, especially in a hilly area like we live in.
I do have a question for you, Paul. I got that 510 installed today. How much does that top of your antenna move around? Do you got to like guide it out or anything like that?
No, that 510 will take the abuse. I'm telling you, they're built. Those things are almost commercial grade antennas. You know that? They might even be considered commercial, because I know they sell the 510 and the one beneath it, the 200, and even the 50 as a repeater antenna.
It seemed like he was moving up quite a bit when I was installing it, but I haven't checked it in the wind yet.
Okay, I want you to do this. Go to my YouTube page on K4PEW. Just do a search there and go to my videos that are uploaded. And I've got 2 videos on there of that X510 and some pretty good winds. I think you'll be surprised how much wind it'll take.
I'll do it. Thanks, Paul.
Very good. That was John in Mount Juliet. Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Golf X-ray. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere?
Kilo 4, Whiskey 4, Mike Uniform Foxtrot.
All right, Jimmy, hold on. There was a Kilo 4 station in there. Who was that?
K4 KCS, Kevin. Kilo 4, Kilo Charlie Foxtrot. BZ.
Hey, Kevin, hold on. WBZ too. I'll get you in there. There was almost a triple. Kevin, you're doing all right?
Yeah, doing good. Just assembling some stuff for my antenna move, and finally got my bracket in and painted it. Just waiting for the next warm spell until I get it up. But otherwise than that, been doing chores around the house and getting ready for another school year.
That's right. When does it start up again?
We're started already in the sense of getting stuff ready online, but I think we're going for our first meeting officially on the 13th.
It's all in class stuff.
Roger, yeah, we're hoping so. You know, with things the way they are, I mean, I hope to go to my class. Otherwise, we may have to move online again.
I heard a thing online. I read it, and it was. I didn't read the whole article. I just read the headline and read the gist of it, which was, I think it was a graduate student or at a law school. I forget which, and she said she was actually formally demanding that the school lower their tuition rates as long as she has to sit home and do the work.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea because, you know, the overhead's not there in a sense, but, you know, some of the classes are Zoom and everything, so it's the same thing. It's just, you know, you're online rather than being in person. But other classes have just gone to, you just read it yourself and do it yourself, and that's not really teaching.
Well, some of these, yeah, as you know, most of the overhead is actually still there for a facility, you know, for a campus. I mean, some things go a lot lower. Utilities get lower. The parking and administration of the security gets a little lower, you know, and the same things aren't going on, but they still got overhead.
Yeah, true. Well, the classes I teach, man, I can't. It's not fair to the students to expect them to do it just online. I mean, some people want to do it online, but you know, they really need an instructor to give them a lot of different analogies.
Yeah, I'm with you. Oh, very good. Everything else going well, though? It sounds like you got your antenna system all squared away, or almost.
Almost. Hoping to make the breakfast on Saturday as well. I appreciate it. This is K4 KCF.
Yeah, very good. That was Kevin. Kilo 4 Kilo Charlie Foxtrot, and he's in Alma. If you know where that is, you have to look it up because it's west of Murfreesboro. Jimmy, I got you in there. Whiskey 4 Mike Uniform Foxtrot.
Hey, Paul, how are things on Catawba Drive?
Ah, they're doing great up here on the mountaintop. Except McDonald's may have me beat. I'm not sure about that.
Well, the sign does, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh. I was trying to figure a way I could get a drone to drop a remote controlled, station up there.
Well, that would be interesting.
Yeah, it'd also be illegal.
Well, if you had McDonald's permission for that, you would exchange the money first.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you know what the problem would be? That stinking sign would probably give me interference.
Yeah, it's got a lot of neon in it.
If it's got those big ballasts, for operating neon, whatever's up in that sign, I don't really know, but they can be noisy.
Yeah, that's for sure. Anything else going on?
Nah, nothing going on except it ought to be interesting tomorrow if we really get a bad snowstorm.
Oh, are they predicting a big one tomorrow?
Well, they say it's going to be, they closed all the schools and, everybody's went out and tore up all the bread and milk and the tuna at the stores.
Okay. Well, I'll be waiting here with my ruler.
Yeah, I will too. Well, very good. That was Jimmy here in Mount Juliet, Whiskey 4 Mike Uniform Fox. I heard you in there, KI4 WBZ. How you doing?
I'm okay. How about you?
I'm doing great. You're doing wonderful. Your second check-in in about 6 months, I think.
Probably longer than that. But yeah, twice in like a week. Yeah, I think I got in Saturday. Yeah, that's even 2 in a row. On a roll.
Yeah, it's all good though. We don't. While I write down check-ins, I don't keep track. Only in my mind do I remember if I haven't heard from somebody in a while. That's it. Because we don't have any requirements.
Yeah, you hear that strange call, but strangely familiar, and wonder where that joker's been. Hey, I don't. I travel a lot, but I grew up out in Oklahoma. Spent a lot of time down in Texas. Got Whataburger out there. But they finally opened one here today over in Armitage off of Old Hickory over there next to where Applebee's used to be over by Lowe's. And oh my goodness, the line for that thing was like out and down the road all the way back down to Lebanon Pike. I was eager to get over there and try it because I don't get them very often unless I get back to Oklahoma or Texas to visit. But yeah, I realized my loyalty to Whataburger ain't that great because I was not going to sit down in line to get one.
Well, again, that's the initial plan, but I'd like to go over and do it myself because I've never had a Whataburger and I understand they're pretty good, but I don't know what their claim to fame is.
I don't know. I think they're better than a lot of the other ones, but quite honestly, I went down to Alabama. They got one down in Birmingham. I was down there back in the spring, and I got one down there, and it was all right. It was pretty good. It's kind of like I hadn't had one in a long time, and I realized I don't know that the burger tastes that good. Maybe it's just because I grew up like it was a treat. The little town I lived in, we didn't have those. We had to go into Tulsa to get it. Tulsa was 45 minutes away. But, I was a kid, so I couldn't drive there. It's one where I had to convince my mom, when we're out shopping or something. Can we go to Whataburger? I was telling her about it the other day. They're not even open yet. People are already talking about camping out. Traffic sucks over there. And she's like, I've never had one. And I had to laugh, and I'm like, yes, you have. But, I used to be a whole big ordeal to convince you to take me when I was a kid. But, yeah, she swears she's never had one before.
Oh, wow, that's funny. They must be good though. And let's put it this way: as far as I'm concerned, any regular burger, that's what I'm going to call it, a regular burger or specialty like Whataburger or Five Guys, all you have to do the day before is eat a McDonald's or Burger King, and then you'll eat the other place and go, "Wow, this is good."
Yeah, drop the bar, reduce your expectation. That way it's easy to please. Hey, as long as we're throwing stuff out on the air here, we have a buy and sell portion of the net. I am looking for a part. I've not had any luck finding it. I'd be curious if anybody's got one in a junk box.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris. Just tell me what you need, and we'll. We got to remember, we're only going to have maybe 30 or 40 people listening tonight, but we need to put it up on the group to the 179 people in the group.
Yeah, that's 30 or 40 people more than I've had looking for it.
I just need a power connector for a Kenwood 7200. I know it's simplex, and I don't know if you can hear me, but if you repeat it, a lot more people hear it. Yeah, it's a little two-prong connector for a Kenwood 7200. Hey, I don't think that'll matter because I know that several radios from that era all use the same connector. But if anybody's got one, they don't want one. Uh, love to hear how much you want for it. Email me and my call sign, ki4wbz@gmail.com. Um, got this radio out of Hamquest and got a deal on it, but I don't know if it works. And it's one of those, yeah, go find a power supply for it. How long ago was that? And yeah, I just found this in my car the other day when I cleaned my car out, so I figured it's time to do something with it.
I got you, but it is a two-prong power connector you're needing for a Kenwood 7200, but it should be pretty common for that vintage, right?
Not common now, but it is common for that era of radio. Like I've seen other radios online, and it looks like several different models have that connector.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For that vintage of radio, yeah, it's a two-prong power connector for a Kenwood 7200. If anybody has one, it's ki4wbz, ki4wbz at gmail.com. Looking for one, and it's kind of hard to get their hands on one. I think I'd tear into the radio and make another connector. Hang a cord out of it.
I figure if I don't find one in a couple of weeks, that's probably what I'm going to do. But I was just trying to keep it, OEM.
I got you. Well, very good. Good to have you in there, Chris. 2 times in a row. That's fantastic. That's Kilo India 4 Whiskey Bravo Zulu. And that's Chris, and he is in, is it Donaldson or Hermitage? I forgot.
Contact Hermitage. And yeah, again, that's ki4wbz@gmail.com. Thanks.
Very good. Who was the contact?
Hey, Paul, W4EAC. I've worked on many of those rigs. I will check my inventory when I get over to Lebanon at the other warehouse. I'll see if I've got one. If all fails, you can simply replace it with a 4-pin mic connector that's typically found with Cobra CBs. But I'll look and see if I've got one of those. That should be, I think this 7200 took somewhere between 4, maybe 7 amps and 32 volts on the fuse circuit. But I'll check and see if I've got one.
All right, very good. Well, you know his email is at ki4wbz at gmail.com.
QSL.
All right, thanks. I'll check you in too, Alan.
Roger.
Everything going well at work?
Yeah, I've got to fly possibly in another month or two. If everything looks good, head over Japan, and then I've got to run over to, I think from there we're going to go to Germany and do a startup with me and 2 other guys, but it's still waiting to see what happens. But we're covered up.
Good. That's a good. Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing to be covered up.
And we're just looking for some new electrical engineers, but we can't seem to find any. We had a new kid that just came in from over Tennessee Tech, so he's going to work out, I think, quite well. We got some guys going to be retiring here before long. One girl just retired. She's been there since 1969 or 70. So, Donna, she's been there for a long time. All right, carry on. Doing a great job. W4EAC 73.
Yeah, very good. That's Alan, Whiskey 4 Echo Alpha Charlie, and he's in Donaldson. By the way, if you're listening there, Chris, he may have one in his inventory, but he can steer you in the right direction if he doesn't. Anyway, anybody else, any place, anywhere, please come in.
Oscar 4 Yankee.
I had 2 in there, but Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee. The other party, hang on one second. How are you doing, sir?
Pretty good, Paul. Got back from the VA today and went around the house, make sure it's all sealed up for the cold weather tonight.
Yeah, it is funny how we anticipate these things, but it's like anything else. You can only do so much to prepare for something like this.
Yeah, I even put covers on the faucets. I don't normally do that, but when they talk about 14 degrees, I'm not going to take any chance.
When I was living in Rhode Island, my first home there, I say home off base. I got married and I was living off base after we got back from a deployment. And this was a very nice, it was almost a brand new mobile home. So it was really nice. And it was in a nice little park. It only had 10 or 20 mobile homes. And of course, they had problems with freezing in Rhode Island. It was right near Narragansett Bay. So there was a lot of wind. And they did something I'd never seen before. When they were preparing for a real cold snap, he'd go out and get a truckload. They'd pick up seaweed off the beaches with front end loaders, put it on a truck, bring it out, and they'd shovel in seaweed, all this stinky seaweed, and they just on the pipes, the sewer and the water line coming up under the trailer. They put it in there and just cover up the whole thing with that seaweed.
Oh yeah, every little bit of insulation helps. Even when we've had extended cold temperatures, I've been known to take like a plastic shopping bag and wad up some newspaper in there, and then stuff that down there in my water tap just for safety.
Yep, yep. Well, I've had incidences in the business I was in, and mechanical refrigeration, where rooftop equipment that was chilled water, and those coils would sometimes freeze up, or fittings on the roof would freeze up, and when they bust, it's not pretty.
Well, did they have some blankets they could put over those and let them still breathe?
Well, we're talking about major institutions, have 30 or 40 or 50 units on the roof.
Yeah, that's dealing with Mother Nature, I reckon.
Yeah, no, it's just a matter of taking some precautions. Normally, those pipes would be insulated and somewhat protected, but you'd get areas where the insulation fell off or nobody was paying attention, and you know the drill. Things just happen, and fortunately, it didn't happen a lot. It just happened enough to be annoying.
Yeah, one of the first things I did when I bought this house was go up under there and wrap all the pipes. But neighbor cats have got up under there and lived up under there and scratched all that stuff loose now.
Oh yeah, cats are good for that. Like the other cats are almost like rodents when they do that.
Well, yeah, there's been rodents, groundhogs, possums, skunks, a little bit of everything around here.
Yeah, I know we got the same problem. Anyway, anything else for the net there, Mike?
No, went to the VA today, got my booster shot and flu shot, and found out I gained 100 points on my cholesterol since June. So I didn't pass up any meals this holiday, I guess.
Really, 100 points? How'd you manage that? You must have worked hard.
I worked hard at eating.
That's what I mean.
Yep. No, that's just what I do every year. But the older you get, the more you gain. I gained 10 pounds also. So the New Year's, and I'll be good here in a couple of months.
Yeah, very good. It's good to get it down, that's for sure. Because I know that it's all preventive because we never really know. I mean, think about all your relatives that lived to a pretty reasonable age, and they ate butter and lard and fat, and they ate everything, but they didn't have heart problems.
Yeah, I've, on my dad's side, my parents, if they didn't smoke, I think they would have lived to be 100 probably. Anyway, I'll get on out here and let you get on there. This Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee, Mike, and Laverne.
Yeah, very good. That was Mike, Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee in Laverne. Who else is any place?
KG4 CXE, Kristen Dalton.
Well, you set your alarm for this time of night?
No, but when we're downstairs watching TV, I always try to creep in between the two nets.
Yeah, very good. Everything going well for you?
Yeah, man, just getting back into the first full week back at work since kind of the holiday time, and doing pretty good though. Tired, but still swinging. How about you?
I'm doing good. Are they still doing a full court press on all the work you guys got going on?
Yeah, it hasn't really changed much. We've lost a couple of engineers. So many jobs are available. People are switching them, and so it's going to be hopefully a better year work-wise than last year, but that's to be determined.
I guess. Hey, by the way, we'll talk off here, but there was a great story about software related stuff and technology that cracked me up because they were making a very bad analogy about it, and it kind of cracked me up that the media is so screwed up.
Yeah, it's blurry lines. Some people have to take it super seriously, and others talk about it loosely. But hey, it's media.
Yep, I know how it goes. Anyway, that was Chris in Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray Echo. Anybody else, anyplace, anywhere?
Recheck.
Hey, go ahead.
KD4 CD. Yeah, just real quick. For $19 $19.99. You can get a UHF DMR walkie-talkie from Amazon right now.
$19?
Yeah, I got mine. Supposed to be here tomorrow. You can check it out. It's the company's Cotrade, Cotre. Just check that out.
Huh. It must be stolen.
Well, I'm sure it's gonna be just right for learning the frustrations of DMR.
It makes you wonder, how can you even build a handheld and sell it for $20 for something like DMR? How is that possible?
I recommend getting 3 because the first 2 you're probably going to bash up against the wall.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm with you. And that's on Amazon.
Yeah, limited time deal. Uh, Interesting thing is the antenna is detachable, but it's apparently an older cell phone type antenna, that type of thread. So it'll be interesting to see whether you can hook up a decent external antenna or amp.
Well, yeah, that is interesting. Very interesting. Well, very good. They were just saying there's a $20 DMR handheld. It was UHF only?
Yeah, UHF only. Digital and analog with UHF.
I got you. Digital and analog UHF, $20 on Amazon. That's interesting. Makes you want to get a couple just for the kids, Pass them out at Halloween. Who else? Thanks, Greg. Who else is anybody else anywhere?
WA4Z8 recheck.
Yeah, go ahead, James.
I got messing with the buttons on front. I finally figured out how to make it transmit again.
What was going on?
Oh, there's a lot of little buttons on front. There's low and high and different. There's a lot of buttons. I just had to pick the logical ones, and it came back.
Were you talking about the? Is that Kenwood TMV 71?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it can be confusing. You're right. I've been down that road with mine.
Yeah, you tried to do one thing and you mess up something else a lot of times.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, once you get used to it, it's like anything else. If you get used to doing it a lot, then it's not so bad. But even now, I have to look in the manual sometimes to figure out what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, fortunately I have a manual, but I usually go ahead and try to figure it out without the manual.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's like a challenge. All right. Well, very good, James. I'm glad you got it sorted out. That was James on a recheck about getting his radio working. Anybody else? Please come down.
Kilo 4 Golf Sierra Alpha, Mike in Clarksville.
Hey, Mike. Conditions must be good. You're on the air.
It's quite a bit of hash on my end, but you're coming in fine.
Yeah, no. You're there's a little bit of rolling in and out hash, but I hear you very good.
Yeah, just waiting for the storm to come in. Looks like we're gonna hit pretty good up here on the north side of town. Had a meeting scheduled actually at my project in Lebanon in the morning, but I don't think I'm gonna be making that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess I've not been kept up with the weather. I just noticed that it said snow when I heard about it, but supposedly it's going to be like starting. Wow, it says could start at 5 a.m.
Yeah, that's kind of late. I heard 2 or 3 inches up here on the north side. And started about that time, yeah, rush hour time.
They did say it was about 3 inches, though, huh?
Yeah, I think so. 2 to 3, and then a little bit, a little bit more up the plateau and a little less south of town.
Yeah, it says for here, it says 0.7 inches. So I don't think we're going to get a big lot of it here, but I don't really understand if that's cumulative as they show these on an hour basis, hour by hour basis or not.
Yeah, I think it's just a total per hour or something, but we'll see. But hopefully they got the roads a little bit ready for anyone that does have to get out on them.
Oh, you're dreaming.
Well, I'm originally from Chicago, so I kind of keep that in the back of my mind, like, you can actually get ready for a snowstorm, and then, you drive home one night, it's supposed to hit in the evening, and you see, you see 5 plows lined up side by side, ready to, plow the entire road at one time. So, I guess when you sit up there, they got more equipment to do it a little better.
Yeah, well, you know the drill. I mean, they're actually used to it. I mean, and even then, depending upon what's happening, they can't keep up with the load. I mean, if there's a heavy snowfall, they can get out the plows early but they can't keep after it perfectly just because there's a lot of miles of roads in those kind of cities.
No, but I mean, I remember, as a kid up in Chicago, I mean, we had to have a pretty good snowstorm that night, and really late into the night, and early into the morning. Because if it started snowing at 7, 8 o'clock in the evening and stopped by 10 o'clock midnight, those roads were clean by the time school was ready to go.
Yeah, I remember those days well. We didn't get a horrendous amount of snow, but it was enough it closed the schools once or twice. We always wished it closed it more, but it was actually the schools that were south of Buffalo, off of the east side of Lake Erie, that would catch it more than we did.
Yeah, my wife went to high school in Buffalo, so yeah, she talks a lot about that. But yeah, we had a pretty good lake effect in Chicago too. But anyway, don't want to keep you. Looks like it's getting late.
All righty, very good. That was Mike in Clarksville. Well, just east of kind of northeast of Clarksville. Higher elevation than Clarksville proper because Clarksville is right on the river and it's got a low elevation like Hendersonville. Kilo 4 Golf Sierra Alpha, and that's Mike with a good signal out of the greater Clarksville area, we'll call it. Anybody else, please come down.
Recheck.
Yeah, go ahead, recheck.
Yeah, 4WBZ. BOM with the TM71 Kenwood radio. It's got the smaller display. If you want the bigger display, I know some people aren't aware of this, but just as a heads up, if you want a bigger display for it, you can take the remote head from a D700 or a D710, and it's plug and play into that radio. The only caveat is it doesn't do APRS like those other two do, but the displays from the 700 to 710 are bigger and easier to read, but they are remote heads. They don't plug on to the body like that, like the stock one will. Yeah, 4WBZ.
I got you. Very good. Anybody else, please come down. Any place, anywhere before we go over to 10 meters. All right, we'll close it out. We had 29 check-ins. I could have counted the one for 30, but he did that via phone, so it doesn't count. We can make it count. Anyway, we got everybody in there. I'm going to right now go over to 10 meters, 28.415 upper sideband. We'll see you there. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 10 meters. Please come now from the east. Please come now. From the east or the north? We had a double in there, but I did hear Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. You're in northwest Mount Juliet. Who was the other party? All right, I got two in there. I got Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar Oscar. And I got KE4DEZ. We got Earl down in Noreen, all with reasonably good signals. Who else is north or east? November 4. What was the last part?
Whiskey 4, November Papa.
Ah, very good. I'm sorry, I didn't say that properly. I did get the Whiskey 4, November Papa. How are you doing tonight? I don't think I've heard from you in a little while.
Yeah, it's been a little while. I use around here every once in a while. I'm doing pretty good over this way, staying healthy and happy there, over.
Well, that's the only way to be. Everything else going well for you?
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, by the way, this is David in White House.
Yeah, no, I got it. I got you in there, David. I was glad you're able to check in. It's nice. Well, yes, the funny thing is, I don't expect or know what I anticipate. Everybody checking in every week or twice a week. It's some do and some don't, and I'm just happy people check in.
Well, I seen the signal on the scope there. I was monitoring just above this frequency and seen the signal on the scope, and then realized it was the net going on. So thought I'd give you another number tonight.
All right, sounds good, David. Good to have you in there. That's David out of White House, Whiskey 4 November Papa with a good signal. Who else is north? Please come down. North or west?
KG4CXC, Chris and Dalton.
Hey, Chris. Someday you're going to grow up and get an outside antenna.
I know, man. Actually, the lease, the lease is kind of loose at this time.
Well, I don't envy you looking for another place to live then.
Yeah, I don't want to, but they're good.
I hear you. That was Chris in Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-ray Echo. He's got an interesting 6-meter, 10-meter loop that works well in his inside his house there. It's kind of neat. Who else is north or west? Please come down.
KG4 LV, Jack and Donaldson.
Hey Jack, what are you on? Which antenna are you on 10 meters again? Tell me.
I'm on the IMAX.
Okay, very good. Now your signal's good. Very good signal. Are you copying everybody on that?
Oh yeah, so far I hate to lose Chris. If he leaves Donaldson, that'll leave me stranded.
Well, he said he was just moving to get away from you.
Oh well, that'll work.
No, I didn't say that. That was Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. That's Jack in Donaldson. Who else is west?
Kilo Golf 4 Charlie Victor Echo, Greg and Anya.
All right, Greg. You copying everybody tonight?
Yeah, it's Tuesday night.
Yeah, very good. I'm glad to hear it. I was thinking today I had this wild thought, which I don't think I'd done before on 10 meters, and said, hey, why don't we do an FM on 10 meters?
Oh yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, well, we'll give it a try. We'll make an announcement way ahead of time, though, I think.
Yeah, I'm so let me know.
All right, very good. That was Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, and that's Greg in Antioch. Who else is any place anywhere?
K3 NPR's up.
Very good. Got you in there. You got a good signal tonight there, Mike.
Using 7300 and SM30 mic. And that's that halfway.
Very good. No, it sounds good. Are you copying everybody?
I'm hearing most of them. I was surprised to hear everybody tonight.
Well, the conditions apparently are pretty good, so I'm kind of happy about that.
Not as good as when I was hitting Argentina and Brazil and that, but they're still not bad.
No, well, local conditions can be tougher. I mean, you can actually. I've got some guys we know down in Smyrna. Nice antennas, verticals. He can't hear me, and I can't hear him.
Are you sure he's got his volume on?
Oh yeah, I trust me. There's more than one person down there I can't hear down just due to it's too close.
Yeah, I was gonna say if anybody's got any desperate needs or whatever, they can't get out. They can call me or yell for me on the radio. I'll try to help them again.
All right, very good. That was Mike, Kilo 3 Mike Papa Romeo here in Mount Juliet. Who else is any place anywhere? Anybody else on 10 meters? Please come down. I hear somebody out there. Is anybody copying that? All righty. We had a whopping 9 check-ins on this net, and that's great. I will catch everybody else hopefully Saturday morning, those that can make it to the breakfast, snow notwithstanding, snow or ice or bad conditions or road closures, or make sure to break out your tire chains and your studded tires, which I nobody has any. No, I do know somebody's got chains here in this area. Anyway, K4PEW closing the net.